In Bosch, Legacy Season 2 Episode 2, Dockweiler meets with his lawyer, James Rafferty, and tells him the kind of deal he wants in exchange for giving the police Maddie's location. Rafferty tells the DA his client wants full immunity from prosecution. The DA can't agree to that, but they will consider dropping the rape charges if he cops to kidnapping. Bosch wants to interrogate Dockweiler, but he can't, and Edgar tells him to let the police do their job. He then gets old favorites Crate and Barrel to tail Rafferty. Maddie finds a bottle of water and a small tube, which lets her get into the box she is in. There's also a camera in the box recording a live feed. Mo informs Bosch that Dockweiler cleared most of his data, but had left searches for sedatives that last 4 to 6 hours, giving them a search radius of 300 miles. Mo then sees the link to the live feed of Maddie. Bosch calls the police station where Dockweiler is being held and impersonates an officer in order to get Dockweiler taken to an interview room. He uses Maddie's keycard to get into the building, then pins Dockweiler against the wall and threatens to poke his eyes out if he doesn't tell him where Maddie is. Edgar enters the room and convinces Bosch to let him go. Edgar tells Bosch that lab results they ran on Dockweiler's boots show he took Maddie to the desert. Maddie figures she is close to an Air Force base, as she saw a fighter jet, so she writes EDW on the wood in her box for people watching the live feed to see. Bosch sees the EDW sign when he's at Moe's, and they narrow the search, as this is an airport code for an Air Force base by Joshua Tree. Bosch then moves on to his next plan and gets Chandler to distract Rafferty in the bar area of his hotel, while he rummages through his hotel room for more information. Bosch finds files showing Dockweiler was adopted after being brought up in a religious cult that operated in the desert at a place called Zzyzx. It would take about 5 hours to drive there, so Chandler pulls some strings and arranges for a helicopter to pick them up as they go in search of Maddie. Edgar calls Bosch to let him know he thinks Maddie might be buried underground, due to something Dockweiler said to him during a discussion about giving her enough air to survive. Bosch climbs a windmill and sees a tube sticking out of the ground and runs towards it. He starts digging with a shovel. Breaking open the box, he finds Maddie passed out, but alive. Maddie is recovering in hospital as Bosch and Edgar share some words, with Edgar then leaving, relieved they have found Maddie alive. Maddie leaves hospital and reunites with Harry's dog, Coltrane. The episode review episode 2 picks up where the previous one left off, and the race to find Maddie continues as time is fast running out. This episode is outstanding, displaying all the characteristics of what makes a great episode in the Bosch universe. It's fast-paced as Bosch and Chandler follow a lead to the Mojave Desert, and the shots of the wide-open desert are absolutely staggering, proving this show is going to great lengths to top what has come before it instead of repeating the old and tired format. Titus Welliver displays all the different emotions on the scale, and his budding partnership with Mimi Rogers shows great promise.